morning, everybody. This is DearMamaSal on a Monday morning. It's 2 degrees here in southern British Columbia, which would make it 36 in American. Chilly. Chilly would be the word. Not downright cold, but chilly. And when the car warms up, I'll be feeling a lot more comfortable. I was so blessed when I got home last night. It was so cute. I had quite a nice drive home, and excuse me a second. Oh, I need that. Anyway, I had a really nice drive home, and sort of came around the final corner where I could see my house, and Yvonne and Wade were just putting the finishing touches to my Christmas lights. How kind of them. I cried. For those of you who don't know, Yvonne and Wade are my friends and tenants. I inherited Yvonne with the house. When I bought the house, she was there, and she stayed, for which I am forever grateful. So we've been together for, it must be coming up 17 years now. So you understand, she's family now. She and Wade have been family for a long time. And so it was such a beautiful gift for me, because they really knew I'd been feeling so badly about the fact I hadn't done anything for Christmas, because I got so sick about the time I was going to be doing that. And I must say that I am very, very grateful. Not only that, let me give you an idea of how well Yvonne knows me. She knows me well enough that when I come back from something like Dancember, I will have expended all my energy. Whether it is lack of sleep, too much talking, you name it. She really understands me very, very well. So not only had she done the Christmas lights, but they literally came to the car and took my case and brought it upstairs for me. And then Yvonne all but unpacked my case. And because she knew that I was still running on adrenaline, and when I actually sat down and stopped, that I would probably just fall fast asleep, because that's my pattern. I can run on adrenaline for so long, and then when I know everything is sorted, I can shut that off, and then I will just fall fast asleep. I thought it was so cute, and even to the extent that she said, "Come on, let's get a load of laundry in, and then even if you fall asleep, I'll move it over to the dryer or whatever and take it out for you." I mean, how kind is that? Now, I did manage to move it over, but I got a little bit carried away with answering emails and things, so she actually hung it up for me. Because I got a hanging bar in my laundry room where we hang up most of the clothes to do the final bit of drying. Anyway, she was absolutely miraculous, and I am so, so grateful to her. It was really fascinating to see all the beautiful comments that I obviously didn't get a chance to answer. And I just do need to explain to all of you, in case you didn't get it, that I didn't even have time to sort of acknowledge my own viewers during the feed. I was so busy concentrating on what was in front of me all the time, and it was really amazing. I'm looking at the viewers that did leave me comments and do so, and they must have wondered what on earth I was up to. I think the only time I got up, other than to dance, the only time I got up and away from the table was to feed my face, which was necessary to keep going, to get something to drink, which I didn't do enough of, I don't think. And when I say get something to drink, I mean like water or coffee. Or I tried not to have too much coffee, and I did pretty well on that until it got to 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I knew I needed coffee, because otherwise I was going to be fast asleep. And so I can't explain what happened to my lower back and my lower back and my butt. I still haven't had a chance to look at the footage I put together on the way back from Washington. I'm not sure whether it is too noisy, and I put down probably a good half hour of information, mainly because I was working on the fact that even if it is too noisy, I put down enough that I can go back there, and so I can add what I was talking about to different vlogs. And I won't really know that until I check the vlog footage tonight, and when I find out what the quality is like. But if you like, I did a verbal note list for myself so that I could, pick up bits from it and use them in the vlogs for during the week. But in the meantime, I didn't check this morning, but I think when I looked last night, we were up to like 117,000 or something. That is pretty darn awesome. Pretty darn awesome indeed. So, I've had a lot of people ask me, in case you're not aware, let's make sure that you are aware, that Dancember only closes at the end of the month. So if any of you end up with more Christmas money than you need, you know where to throw some. Yeah. Now I have finished with Dancember. Well, I haven't finished with it because Benji and I will be debriefing to quite a large extent, but once we've done that debrief, which we always do after the event, we sit down, well, probably we'll do it via Skype or something, but we will sit down and go through the program, go through the ins and outs of, things that went right, things that need improvement. And, it's really still amazing to me that we managed to do what we did with all the technical problems that we had. And I keep thinking, I'm not sure where the figure will end up at, but I am pretty sure if we hadn't had the technical difficulties that we had, we probably would have made it to 250,000. But I am very, very happy with what we did. And this was nothing short of absolutely incredibly dedicated work from a lot of people. I always say it's not any one person that puts something like this together. It's not any one person that runs something like this. You end up with, you need the people who are totally passionate. And a lot of people wrote to me and asked me, my gosh, why didn't you sleep? Why didn't you get some sleep, Sal? You was sick going into this. And I'm going, no, I wasn't. I made sure I was well going into this. Now, as you can probably hear, my throat is playing up again, but boy, you know, I certainly used it, screaming and crying. So I'm quite expecting my throat to have a little bit of a problem this week. Why didn't I sleep? Well, quite honestly, it's a very difficult thing to explain to anybody. I know that Benji totally understands it, and so do a couple of other people who know me well. I'm one of those people which is I know what my job is. I know where I am of best benefit to the team. And I knew that we had hit a lot of technical problems that were not expected, and nor should, you know, that we were unavoidable, quite honestly. And I don't think I would ever have forgiven myself if I had gone to sleep and we hadn't made it. I would always have asked myself, you know, what if I'd carry on doing my job? Would it have helped a little bit? And what if we'd only missed it by a little bit? Do you understand? So that was just like a no-brainer for me. I'm not stopping. I'm going to go until it's over. Mind you, I must admit that when it was over, I mean, after we closed the broadcast and thanked everybody, and you know, off air, I grabbed my stuff and I went to the hotel. And when I got there, I ate half a protein bar for dinner. I ate half a protein bar, cleaned my teeth, crawled into bed, and I woke up a couple of times during the night, just because, you know, at my age you do. And then I didn't really get out of bed until 10:30. And I had gone to bed probably by 6. So that's how tired. And by the way, when I woke up at 10:30, I was still out of it. I got up because I had to get out of the hotel room. But I mean, I was still out of it. I could have turned over and probably done another 12 hours. So I was pretty pleased that last night I managed to, with the help that I got from Yvonne, I managed to have a list of things that I needed to do before I went to sleep again. And that included getting the wash in, getting some food inside me, writing a few thank you notes to a couple of the people on the team, and I really did want to get the one blog up. I had done a vlog the night that the morning of the event, and I really wanted to get that footage up, just so you guys had something. And I managed to get all that done. And still got to bed at a fairly decent hour. I was still asleep before midnight. So I was very, very happy with that. Did not particularly want to wake up too well this morning. By the way, I had a problem for some reason. It was really weird if you believe in coincidences, which I don't. But yesterday morning when I got up, my cell phone wouldn't work. I mean, it wouldn't turn on. And I'd had it charging all night. You know, there's certain things you do just by normal, like brush your teeth before you go to bed and, you know, whatever. And I'd have my cell phone plugged in and I couldn't start it when I got up yesterday. And that was the first time I've had to drive without a cell phone since I've had a cell phone. And it's funny, you don't really think about that. And I got quite scared. You know, the idea of driving without a cell phone was actually quite scary. And then I had to remind myself, reframe, had to remind myself, Sal, you managed to do it for the majority of your life. And you weren't panic-stricken, so do yourself a favor, take a deep breath. It's not the end of the world. The best news is that every other driver on the road is going to have a cell phone. Which did sort of make me feel a whole lot better. Unlike the old days when that wasn't the case. The very old days. So it was really an incredibly full day yesterday with lots of emotion still. I found that even just thinking about it or talking about the moment where we hit the 199, I think was just, it was just so close. And we were running out of time. You know, it was just the last 15 minutes was just like, wow. And luckily, I'm pretty sure that last 15 minutes was all recorded and will stay. Can you imagine? But even talking about it brings tears to my eyes, even this morning. It was just so mind-blowing. The good news is that from the emails and Facebook messages and tweets that I got from people, I'm heartened in a way to hear how many of you were as emotional as we were, or maybe not quite as emotional as we were, but you were in the moment, so to speak, and how many of you were crying along with us, because got to stop doing this, haven't I? If I keep talking about it, it'll lose its impact, which will, you know, when I'll not cry all the time if I keep talking about it. It's one thing that I've learned in life, if you've got something that triggers you really positively or negatively, if you keep talking about it, you can desensitize yourself about it, and it works really well. Anyway, so yeah, it was a magical, magical time. So thank you all for your support, for all of you who either put money in, and I know that was one way that people supported, and other people were just there keeping the numbers up with us. There were others that I know were tweeting and retweeting everything we were putting out. To all of you, my sincere, heartfelt thanks. I know that whenever I was getting so tired that I thought I wasn't going to make it, I just knew that you guys were at my back. And at one stage, I even was asking you, could you just massage my back for me for a while? Because it really was in a bad way. And I swore that next year I am taking down, you know, about 2 foot of foam to sit on and a back support. But you know, the funniest thing is really to watch the team. You know, I'm certain a lot of you can understand this if you've ever been in the organization of anything like this. But you know, as fast as we stopped it and we did our congratulations to each other and heartfelt thanks to each other, because we knew we could never have done it without the teamwork that we had. Immediately we started saying, next year we're going to need this, 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 and this, or, you know, obviously to take it to the next level we're going to need. And it was so funny because we literally had to say, how about we leave that until tomorrow? Because quite honestly, the energy in that room was so strong that it was almost like we were going to turn around and start again. And this is what we needed in place. Cute, really cute. I feel good. I think for those of you who saw yesterday's vlog that I put up when I was talking to Jesse, who headed up our tech crew, you remember what he said? You know, you can get over the lack of sleep fairly quickly. The feeling you get from doing this lasts much, much longer. The pathetic grin on our faces will be there for quite a while. And I'm amazed how many people actually contacted me and said, you know, how did you do? And I'm thinking, you didn't check? Oh well. Really? I don't know if you saw that, idiot. Never mind. Do not let me go there today. So thanks everybody, big, big, big thanks. Couldn't have done it without you, and I genuinely appreciate all the support you give, not only just for Dancember, but through the year. It's very, very special. I'm now going to try and work out whether I'm even going to bother to put the tree up. And I may not. I may just put some garlands up and call it quits this year and forgive myself. And owing to the fact that most Yvonne and Wade will both be away for Christmas, and Dougie won't be there for Christmas either, that I may just not worry about doing the Christmas shopping till after Christmas, because I'll have a couple of free days to be able to do it. Not that I'm going to be doing a lot, it's just what I call this, you know, the little stocking stuffer type things that I would like to do. So, or I could go on the way home from work tonight. Never mind. I'm not going to change, am I? This is DearMamaSal saying thank you so much. Remember to look after one another, but most of all, remember to look after yourself. Bye-bye for now.